Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be looking at the multi-now award-winning Meghan Markle. Meghan has won an award off her mate, that older lady, I forget the name off the top of my head. The one that looks a little bit like Ozzy Osbourne, no offence, but you know who I mean. She's won an award for her contribution to women's rights somehow. Now, we're going to have a look and see what the cards have to say about this, because all the press stuff's a little bit woolly. This is off the back as well of the Archwell report that Harry and Meghan worked an hour a week each for 2022 or 2021. An hour a week. You cannot even answer your emails in an hour a week, especially if you're, you know, as fabulous as Meghan. So she's worked an hour a week. And when you think about how many hours they worked for, I don't know, maybe, what do you call it, Invictus in Dusseldorf, I mean, that could just be say, oh, we did that, so that's our work for the week. Or we filmed the voiceovers for the start of that horrible Netflix thing they did after they did the other horrible Anyway, let's have a look what the cards have to say about it all. I'm using the Darkwood Tarot, and we're going to see what's the truth with this. Is this cash for honours? We had a cash for honours scandal back in the day in the UK. So is this something similar? Buying clout? Is everything just kind of like this whole influencer generation thing? Let's have a look. Let's see what the cards have to say about it. Knight of Cups. It's funny how I mentioned influencer. This is becoming my influencer card. There's that good-natured, slightly romantic. Everyone finds them appealing. They want to be look wholesome. They want to be looking down to earth. They want to be looking like they're a little bit funny. You know, they want to look relatable and kind and all of those things. Yeah, so straight away, this is done out of maybe the looks of things. We'll see what's crossing over to get a better read on it. The Tower. All right, okay. I feel like the Tower moment, because we predicted it for so long, was coming when they were getting all of the flack from the back stuff from Spare. She doesn't like that at all. I feel like it's their way of answering back South Park. It's their way of saying, but we're good people. I feel this has come around to try and get them to refocus themselves into trying to look relatable, trying to have these attributes that I don't think come across in anything they do. They're trying to go for a younger audience. I'm not being funny, but they seem to think, they say the young people are the future, but they think they can manipulate people in a way that sounds really off, but it's kind of a little bit predatory, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. We have the Four of Cups above situation. They want to look like they can keep it moving. Meghan really wants to look like she can keep it moving and not make a scene and not make a mess. However, what's driving this is how she wants to look at the end of the day. What's underneath this situation? The Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands as well, she still is very, from what I can read, she is still very much online. She is almost lives a good chunk of her life online. Her work in her mind is opening Twitter or Instagram and just scrolling through to see what's being said about her. In a way, that's what she deems as work. She is very susceptible to opinions of others, and she is trying to forge she is trying to forge and get people on side. Now with the 8 of Wands there, it's messages flying very quickly. It's a lot of people ready to stir the pot. I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to have a lot of Meghan at around this awards. We are going to get so many stories coming out regarding this award. We are going to get so many stories coming out around the time of it. She's going to really have a in May, after the King's coronation, around the time of the King's coronation, they are going to go into PR overdrive. 2 of Swords. She was in 2 minds about doing this, or maybe it has been in 2 minds about doing this. King of Wands. There's the Queen of Pentacles. I've just done another reading and the Queen of Pentacles comes out just there as well. Okay, so in the same space, she is, look, she absolutely 100% cannot stand Catherine. Catherine is her nemesis. Catherine is the most hated person in the world to her. While William might get the bulk of it, I really feel that Catherine is the actual target. We have the Hierophant, what's on her mind, what is surrounding her. She is blaming, look, she blames Catherine for a lot of things. We've got the King of Wands coming out in reverse as well. So there's this anger, there's this hostility. We are going to be having a hard PR around the time of the award, inverted commas. We are going to be getting a lot of hard PR. We're going to be getting a lot of overkill when it comes to Meghan. She is really going to kind of go for it with this. We have got as well the Empress, what she's hoping for. She really does. When I say this, guys, she wants to look like a mom. She wants to look like a mommy. She wants to look like she is just caring and generous and very affluent with her time. She wants to show all of these things, but that's what she's wanting from it. But one of the things that really bothers her is Catherine. Through and through, she is really, really bothered by Catherine. We have got the 8 of Pentacles there for the outcome. So she's going to have to work a lot harder and do a lot more to get where she wants to go, because I feel like they are going to come out really aggressively after this award has been given. I feel like there is going to be some hostilities in the media, in the press, and it's not going to make her look good. So she's going to actually, any positives that she could have got from winning this award and doing things, she can't help herself. Something, they have got a strategy, they have got it, but it's gonna go south, because at the end of the day, they can't help themselves, and they are going to go a bit too hard, a bit too aggressive with their PR strategies. And they are going to come out and make a fool of themselves, because they're back into having to work a bit harder to get where they want to go. Now, where they want to go, I have my suspicions, but that's for a different reading. I think what we will do now is ask the cards how Harry feels about these awards, if he's really in with them all, if he really appreciates any of them. Is it his idea? Let's have a look. Six of Cups. So you're going straight to childhood. This whole mummy dearest kind of thing going on. Strength crossing over. So in the Strength cards, it's usually the Leo and Virgo. So the Virgin and Lion. he really thinks, like, this is going to sound wild, but I think he really thinks that this is his destiny. And in a way it is, but things are getting a little bit more rushed. Things are getting put onto the relationship and fed into trauma, fed into childhood. He is trying to kind of like, yeah, there's a lot going on there. The Hermit in reverse, okay. And the Ace of Wands in reverse, okay. So there's frustrations. There's the frustration I feel is here, and it is because no one else can see what he sees in Meghan, and he doesn't think that they are or listening to him or valuing him with the Hermit in reverse. He feels like people don't understand him, and therefore they don't understand Meghan. And he feels that we are going to be getting, I know that sounds really wild, but it really feels like we are going to be getting more Meghan is Princess Diana, Meghan is a mummy, so we are going to get, there's going to be more and more and more of this is the way it is and you will accept it as this. They aren't backing down. They're going to come harder with this. There is going to be no softening with this. This is the way it's going to be. The Hermit in reverse. He thinks people don't get Meghan because they don't understand him, which sounds really wild. But he is frustrated by it. So hopefully, I'm thinking they're thinking this award is going to make them really, yeah, there is more frustrations there. There is angers there. There is very much feeling like things are not fair. There's a lot of plotting with the Page of Swords in reverse as well. It could be also be related to Gemini, for example. Lilibet is apparently a Gemini, so it could be something to do with Lilibet and maybe taking ownership of Diana's memory and trying to put it even further onto her. Five of Pentacles. We haven't had the Megxit card come out very often, but here it is. What's coming up in the future for both of them? Around the time the King of Wands, where Meghan is going overdrive with PR, we are going to get more outcast, stuck outside the outside the church, outside the cathedral, outside of Westminster, locked out. I don't think they're going, you know. The 10 of Wands there, boundaries being done, a burden lifted, but there is some fighting going on now. Queen of Swords, there's the strategy. The strategy at the same time is around Meghan. If you look at Meghan's card there, that's the Empress. Like I said, their whole strategy and their whole thing is to try and get Meghan to look like she's caring and loving, and not only has the attributes what people think of a wholesome mother, but also saint-like in the way that a lot of people kind of revere Princess Diana. In the future there, we have got in action with work for Meghan. So I'm thinking that Harry has more of a timeout, is more kind of disruptive, and Meghan looks more like she's doing work. So it definitely kind of flipped over from there. I really feel like we are going to get a PR drive. We are going to hear a lot about Meghan in the coming months, especially around the coronation, especially around the award as well, because the award's apparently happening after the coronation. We are as well going to get a lot more she is just like my mother, she is just like my mother, she is just like my mother. A lot of that going on as well. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of backwards and forwards. I feel like this award is very handy. I feel like this award, the cards are saying, has been granted as part of a strategy. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of situation type deal. Yeah, this is all for us to be brainwashed into thinking that Meghan is some kind of saint. And Harry feels responsible for us not believing that, which is wild as well. So that's an interesting thing. That's very interesting. Let me know what you guys think of the reading. If there's anything you would like to add, anything you want to take away from it. If there's any readings you would like, leave them in the comments down below. I am open to doing readings, not just on the royal family, but on anything you want, really. Thanks very much for being here, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.